Alright guys, Season 3 is right around the corner. It's less than a week away. The patch notes have just dropped today, so let's go over a quick summary of what we can expect. For Season 3, the last Epoch team are adding Chapter 10 to the campaign. Completing the chapter is going to give you a reward of +1 to all attributes. This is going to be in addition to the one you get from Chapter 9. The new seasonal mechanic will be called Primal Hunt, and will reward primordial uniques and exalted items. Campaign zones and echoes will have a chance to spawn one of two types of rifts, a mysterious rift or a torn rift, each that leads to an ancient cave. In the cave, you'll find a rift beast as a boss at the end, which can drop a new currency called ancient bones, the new primordial materials, general loot, and primordial uniques. Once defeated, you have the option to evolve the beast or end its lineage. If you evolve it, your next encounter with it will be more difficult, but it'll be more rewarding loot-wise as well. You can evolve each beast a maximum of 4 times, but in the end game, there's going to be a way to increase this number to 7. When you begin hunting a new lineage of beasts, you'll find them in mysterious rifts. When you're hunting an evolved lineage of beasts, you'll find them in torn rifts. For primordial materials, there's going to be 5 materials and different ways to obtain them. Once you have them, you can spend them to buy primordial uniques from Scarven, who will appear at the beginning and end of every cave. For the primordial uniques and exalts, you'll only be able to have 1 equipped total. There's going to be 25 new primordial uniques, 22 of these which can be bought, and 3 of them that can only drop. A big note is that these uniques can also have legendary potential. For the exalts, this is going to be gear that's crafted with a new rune called Rune of Evolution, which will take an item with a tier 7 affix, turn it into a tier 8 affix, and seal it, allowing you to add another affix to the item. For the campaign, there's minor reworks to some mini bosses and boss fights. For the monolith updates, progression will now be shared between party members. There's also going to be 3 new woven echoes for the seasonal mechanic. You'll have the Rampant Coast, which will allow you to evolve a beast past 4 evolutions. The Bloodline Glade, which will have a pack of evolved beasts that are protecting primordial exalted items. And the Nesting Grove, which will spread Rift Beast encounters to the surrounding echoes. The Glyph of Envy has also been reworked. It will no longer siphon stability. Instead, now it reforges subtypes of items when upgrading affixes. Instead, there's a new key, the Temporal Keystone, that will add stability. You'll also have 6 new Echo Zones that are based on Chapter 10, and all pre-90 zones have had their monster levels increased. In addition, tombs have had their spawn rates reduced. Okay, so for class and skill updates, there's a lot of information, each that probably needs its own video, but for now, we're just going to go over a quick summary here. Minions have been buffed, they do more damage, they take less damage, and they're smarter. They can also be set to 2 new modes called Protect and Assassinate. They also run in front of the player and no longer snapshot. The Sentinel's Void Knight has been nerfed. Voidwell, Anomaly, Erasing Strike, Javelin, Judgment, Smite, and Symbols of Hope have all been nerfed. For rogues, the Blade Dancer passive tree has had some changes to it. Aerial Assault, Dive Bomb, Falconry, and Umbral Blades have all been nerfed. Dancing Strikes and Synchronized Strike have been buffed. For the Acolyte, the passive tree saw some buffs and some nerfs. The Lich passive tree has had massive changes, as has the Necromancer passive tree. For the skills, we have a new skill called Flay Spirit Step, which will require 30 points in the Lich tree to use. Assembled Abomination has been reworked. Aura of Decay, Death Seal, and Dread Shade have a lot of changes. Meryl's Shards, Reaper Form, Rip Blood, and Sacrifice have all been buffed. For the Mage, it's pretty simple. Runic Invocations have all been buffed. Coming to the Primalist, it's had its aspects and summons buffed. The Beastmaster passive tree has also undergone massive changes. As for other notes, there's been some idle nerfs, enemy damage scaling has been adjusted, and the factions have all seen quality of life updates, with the Woven getting buffs to its ranks and adding new nodes for the new seasonal mechanic. There's been a lot of quality of life changes as well as bug fixes. the following has been improved: the loot filter, Forge UI, stash macros, general UI, controller functionality, PC performance, visual and sound, enemy and NPC visuals, voice acting, environment and zone visuals, and we have new cosmetics and supporter packs for the season. And a big MTX improvement, you can now actually use cosmetics in offline mode. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to follow me on here and on my Twitch. Links will be in the description down below, or when I go live for season launch. I'll see you next time.